What were your favorite 90s toys?
I really liked my Razor scooter.
That was a shin destroyer of the day.
I had a Furby. I didn't really like it. I won't say that. Yeah, it scared me.
I know a lot of people that were like really stoked about Furbies, then they got one and then they were scared of it.
Yeah, no. I had a really good friend and she had one and she's like, no, I don't like this thing because in the middle of the night it just like does its thing.
Yeah.
And she's like, it has a demon in it because I'm from the Bible Belt, so of course it has a demon in it.
Yeah.
What about you?
Skateboards, collectibles like comic books and sports cards and Pokemon cards, and probably my Game Boy and my PlayStation and my N64. And I had a bunch of really, really badass shit at different points in my childhood during the 90s. It's like I never had anything all at the same time.
Right. Yeah,
like
me neither.
If one thing was broken, then I got something else.
Yeah. No, same for me. It's not like I had a bunch of toys. I really like to ride my bike, but then I got my Razor scooter, and then I also got some Heelys.
Oh.
But, you know, I lived in the middle of nowhere, so like we had this little walkway, and they were like sectioned off, so it'd be like, so you go like maybe half a foot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but other than that, I have something from my childhood, and it was my childhood like best friend, as sad as that sounds.
Very cute.
Yeah, this is my stuffed animal from when I was little, and he used to be kind of like a backpack.
It's like a kangaroo.
And he had this loop on his neck so you could hang him up. And I remember taking him to school when I was like maybe in pre-K.
Oh my God.
Like I was little. And one time I got my hand stuck in it, and I was at my grandmother's house, and she's like, I'll go get the scissors. And then I got my hand out of it. But I felt so guilty for making her get up and do something for me that I put my hand back in, even though I didn't want him to be cut. And so you can still see right here.
Sad, tragic day.
Like, even like whenever he would get washed, I would like cry. Because I'm like, he's going to drown. And Mom's like, no, he's safe.
Still
it's
kicking.
Okay.
Didn't drown. It's amazing.
I actually keep things in here. So these are my earrings from where I was a baby. And my grandmother kept it. And I don't know if you can see this. It says Long John Fish. Because she would keep her coupons in here. Because we would coupon
Or
together.
maybe it's just like leftover Long Johns was put in there.
No.
It came out of the refrigerator.
No.
So lots of cool shit from the 90s. Really, really fun toys. And there's a badass animation channel on YouTube called Brewstew. And I don't know if you all have seen them. We've done a reaction to one of their videos before. But this one is called 90's Toys. And I thought it would be really cool if we watched it together.
That's fine.
Do you guys want to check it out? Awesome. Let's do that.
All right, now I think it's safe to say that every decade has had their share of iconic toys. Like if you were a kid in the 1970s, you had like the Pet Rock and the old speak and spell that talks like the devil.
Hello, I am the devil. Spell the words murder.
Wait a minute, what?
I command you to kill the family dog.
If you were a kid in the 1930s, all you had was like a hoop on a stick. Is this fun? I can't tell. I don't know. I haven't eaten in 3 days. Anything's fun at this point. But fortunately for me, I grew up in the 1990s, which I have to admit had some pretty cool toys. So for all you youngins out there that grew up playing Flappy Frog or whatever the fuck it was that you did on your iPad, I'm gonna go through 3 iconic toys from the 90s, and I'm gonna give them a letter grade that corresponds to how cool I thought they were. First up, Tamagotchis. Now, Tamagotchis took my second grade classroom by storm back in the day. And for those of you that are unaware, Tamagotchis were little digital pets that you'd take care of and you'd feed. And if you were the weird kid in class, you'd probably fucking talk to it. You're my best friend in the whole world, Tamagotchi. I don't care if my dad says you're just a stupid keychain. And they were a huge hit back then. Every kid had one. And why wouldn't you? I mean, who wants to clean shit from a big-ass dog when you could clean up fake shit from a fake-ass dog? It makes sense.
It's
It
true.
wasn't just dogs that they had to choose from. They had all sorts of animals. They had cats, and turtles, a goddamn water buffalo, you name it. Now, for me personally, I didn't have a Tamagotchi, but I did have a generic off-brand one that I won from a gumball machine. And my little fake animal was a dinosaur, or at least that's what it said it was. But that generic shit just looked like a fucking blob with a face on it. But regardless, I took care of that little blob with a face on it for weeks. And over time, it grew a tail, and then some legs, and a fucking goatee and shit. It was growing up right in front of my stupid little face. That is until one weekend, I rented the game Star Fox 64 from Blockbuster, and well, I played that shit for like 40 hours straight.
Oh,
which meant that my
no.
fake-ass dinosaur was left neglected the entire time. Hey, I took a shit over here. Can you come wipe me now? Anybody? No? Okay then. And it didn't dawn on me until I showed up to school the following Monday and seen all my classmates with their Tamagotchis. Dude, check it out. My water buffalo grew a mustache. What's your dinosaur look like now? What? Oh, shit. Whoopsie. Sure as hell I got home that day. My fucking Tamagotchi looked like a crime scene in an episode of Law & Order. It's face down, dead as hell, surrounded by piles of its own shit. And that was pretty much the end of it. So I guess we'll give Tamagotchis a B, and we'll give it an A+ for the emotional trauma that it caused an entire generation of children. Next up, the Bop It. Now, the Bop It was a fun game. It was basically an electronic version of Simon Says. The game tells you what to do, and then you do it. Bop it. Okay. And you just keep going until your stupid little fourth grader brain gets overloaded and you screw up.
You get angry.
Game over. You lose. Now, the only problem that I had with the Bop It was, well, I don't really know how else to say this, but, well, the thing looked like a fucking system, didn't it? I can't be the only one that thought that, right? Hell, the first time my next door neighbor Michael got one, we didn't know what the hell to make of the thing. I don't get it. Do I play with this thing, or do I just shove it up my asshole? Whoa, what the hell? Where'd you kids get that thing? God damn it, what did I tell you about messing around in your mother's dresser drawer? Get over here, you're gonna get 10 across the ass. Regardless, I still think the Bop It was a cool toy, even if it had some sexual overtones. Bop it. Pull it. Suck it. Wait, what? Game over. You lose. So I'm going to go ahead and give the Bop It a B- as a toy and a B+ for a sex toy. All right, moving on. Last but not least, we got the Furby. Now, the Furby was basically a three-dimensional version of the Tamagotchi, just a fucking stuffed animal that you're supposed to take care of. But Furbies had two main differences. One, they were annoying as hell, and two, they didn't fucking die. Now, these things were ugly as hell. I have no idea who the hell came up with the Furby, but I imagine it was some methed out guy in a board meeting like, all right, so what if we took like a Pokemon and then gave it Steve Buscemi's eyeballs and then we make it fart? Would you buy that? Oh, well, hell yeah, I'd buy that. I think I'd buy several. Now, personally, I didn't want anything to do with Furbies when I was a kid. I mean, for one, I just didn't understand why anybody would want one in the first place. The thing just farts and talks bullshit to itself. My Uncle Rick already does that. What the hell do I need a Furby for? And for two, I thought they were creepy as hell. I mean, when they would talk in their own bullshit language all the time. Beep, bop, poo, poo. But eventually, they start to learn English, and then they just pepper it in here and there. Cheep, cheep, bee-boo, fucking chicken paprikash. What the hell, did the thing just say chicken paprikash? Oh my god, it's learning. Burn it. You have to burn it and bury the ashes. And the most horrific experience I ever had with a Furby was when I was staying over my friend Tommy's house.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, his Furby just starts yelling at us in the middle of the night. Party! Party! Whoop, whoop! What the hell? Tommy, oh, shut your Furby up. It's trying to party with us. What, the thing we're in a fucking frat house, for Christ's sake? I look over, and Tommy's staring at this thing like it's a goddamn poltergeist, terrified as hell. Meanwhile, this goddamn thing keeps yelling party, party over and over again like it's on spring break in the Bahamas. So now I'm starting to freak out myself. I have to approach this Furby like a fucking hostage negotiator, because I don't know what the hell's going on with this thing. I don't know if it's broken or if it's possessed by a fucking speaking spell.
I am the devil. I command you to party with the Furby.
Tommy, quick, how do I turn this thing off?
I don't know, dude. Let's just ignore it and go back to sleep.
So since I can't find an off switch or take the batteries out without a screwdriver, I decided to shake the shit out of it and hope for the best. But of course, there's no such thing as shaken Furby syndrome. So we're back to square one. Party, party! So now, in a panic, I huck this goddamn thing into Tommy's closet, and for the rest of the night, you listen to this fucking Furby babble on and on and on. Party, party, whoop whoop, chicken paprika. Now, what that Furby was doing in Tommy's closet, I have no idea. But imagine it was partying all night long, doing shots of tequila with a G.I. Joe and a fucking Etch-a-Sketch. I think it's safe to say that we're gonna have to give the old Furby a big fat F. Actually, let's give it 2 F's, and those can stand for fuck Furbies. How about that? The end.
Oh, gosh.
Brewstew.
Oh.
We're not the only ones.
Ooh.
We're not the only ones who had issues with the goddamn Furbies. I'm so glad I was asking my parents for a Furby because I actually wanted one. Because I never thought I would get like to have an actual like my own dog and shit like that. But they got me a dog instead.
Yeah, much
and
better.
I was so happy. Yeah,
Much better present.
Much better because the aftermath, honestly, it's like everyone that I knew that had a Furby regretted it.
Yeah, I feel like I wasn't into it until like everybody was like Furbies, and I was like, fuck, that's kind of cool. And I think my mom got me one, and then I was just terrified of it.
Yeah.
It scared me. Like, I feel like even probably my mom was like, that thing's demonic. Because at that time, that's when, like...
people started saying that shit about them, that they were, like, possessed and ghosts would take control of them. I heard all kinds of... But in that point in the 90s...
That's what I'm saying.
It was all kinds of shit like that. Like, everything was satanic, everything
I lived
was
in the Bible Belt. We went to church several times a week.
Yeah, they were really pushing that whole everything's the devil hard as fuck.
Oh, my God. This is so funny.
Wow. Yeah, great stuff. Brew Stew.
We're going to have to react to this more.
Yeah, you guys should definitely go check out their channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. And give them some love because this was a hilarious video.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed our reaction to it, you could like this video, subscribe to our channel. You could even recommend videos for us to react to in the future.
You can do that in the comments below or on our Discord. We're going to have a link to that in the description, as well as Brewstew's 90s Toys original video.
And we live stream. We do. Every Monday and Thursday evening at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. And Nikki's going to be live streaming
every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
So look forward to that and come hang out with us because we would love to chill with you and play games and hang out, talk to you. The chat that just is really great. We have a great community that we'd love for you to be a part of. So joining that Discord will help you with that. But if you just want to check out the video, which you have done, we appreciate that. And that'll do it for this one.
See you.
See y'all.
That was funny. That was so funny.